Hey guys, Ryan Bidoff here, blogging from paradise. Wanted to just share my thoughts on why I feel like people are gravitating more to long form content these days, and what I intend to publish at least a few long form updates to Google going forward, here and there. Now, by long form, I don't mean necessarily setting aside 45 minutes to hit the mark, but even something in the 10 to 15-minute mark. From my experience, people seem to be increasingly visiting my longer form content and that of other experienced bloggers, internet marketers, online entrepreneurs, because folks want more value. People want a genuine conversation, someone to share their thoughts in detailed fashion to help you through issues, even if it's more of a rough and ready style of video, off the cuff, informal, definitely not scripted. The conversational tone is resonating because so many of us are tuning out unconsciously, and then even consciously too, value, and instead we're choosing distraction. So long form content, as far as text, I'm talking 1,500 words, maybe 1,200, 1,500 words or longer. For me, it's 1,200 to 1,500 as far as a blog post on bloggingpractice.com. Those those posts, wow, I need my third coffee the other day, always generate the most interest, organic traffic, engagement, social shares, and blogging income if I'm really being genuine. People who are committed want you to commit to creating really thorough content because folks want meaning, value, detailed resources. As far as a video like this, someone setting aside 10 minutes, maybe 15, maybe 20, and I'm not going to go as long form with this one, but even if it's 10 minutes, which I'll probably stick to tonight because I'm running a little behind today, kind of busy with some awesome offline stuff. Individuals appreciate it, someone taking aside 10 minutes of their time to create a video that adds a genuine form of help to their experience, not rushing through the topic, not forcing things, not pushing things, not publishing a few sound bites. How many of your problems do you solve with one or two sound bites or even 5 sound bites? You need thorough solutions, steps, tips, techniques. So if I say, here's what you do to publish a blog post in a 30-second reel, and I list 5 quick steps to follow, or with a 600-word blog post, boom, 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 do 5 things. You will never publish detailed, thorough traffic driving and income driving, organic traffic and income by being less than thorough. What I would do and what I have done is set aside 1,500 words or so, maybe a bit longer, to list, okay, you need to research an in-demand topic, create a clear title, then you need to set up your outline, make the post practical, add a lot of helpful tips, baby step your readers through the process, toss in some bullet point lists, font, including italics, some bold font, plenty of headers, paragraphs to make for easy reading or scanning, and put yourself in your reader's shoes. Lead with a strong intro that hooks, and with a conclusion, then a specific call to action. You may even ask readers to drop a comment to increase engagement, and post with 2 or 3 questions, or a direct business call to action. For each one of those steps, guys, so that was like 5, 6, 7, 8, to follow to write a long form blog post, I then flesh out each of those steps with 2 or 3 tips, or 2 or 3 steps, or at least one. And see what I'm doing? I'm laying out, here's what you do, and then with each one of these steps, long form content lists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So choose an easy to understand title, and then I'll list, okay, number theme titles tend to hit the mark, adds a great deal of clarity to content, how-to titles rock, keep it super simple, you can add color title. So these are all different sections for that single header. Visualizing this process, you realize, oh yeah, it's going to be a 1,500 word post, or maybe a bit longer, maybe 2,000 words, because you have to hit all the steps or tips. People want this type of content. They want to be walked through their problems with solutions, highly detailed, in-depth in nature. And ditto for videos like this. Even if it's more rough and ready, less formal. The genuine nature of these videos that are long form, organic conversations, still filled with helpful tips, practical tips, resonates with people in an attention-starved world, because you get to sit there and relax with a fellow human being who's sharing thorough solutions, but in a relaxed environment. And that's in terms of video. That will come across through blog posts when you're hitting the long form mark by writing in a conversational tone, adding personal stories, these personal anecdotes from your experience, like I did, and saying, hey, when I publish long form content, those are the only posts that really rank on Google, and each drives organic traffic through a number of channels. People want value, people want details. Be the one to give it to them. Set aside the time for 10, or I'll probably go longer form in the future, at least 20 minutes, maybe even up to a half hour or longer for these videos. But tonight I'm going to keep it at 10 because it's kind of late here in Scotland, a little behind the schedule. Give yourself time, share value. We all want a connection. I like when I come across something online that makes me realize and internalize that a fellow human being helps me through video, reading their long form content that comes from their heart, that's genuine. I could sense that's a person. That connection is important, especially in an era of AI blogging, where a lot of folks are very skeptical. Rightfully so. They should be. So guys, we're coming up to 8 minutes. This will be good for this evening. People want value, they want meaning, making authentic connections, building trust, being genuine, relaxing, removing the time constraints. As I say, I'm kind of behind on my schedule, so there's a time constraint, but at least I'm being transparent. And this 8-minute deal is a fair amount more than those 2-minute reels that are really quick. I'm saying 8-minute, but I want to be 9 or 10. So add as many details as possible. People want the details. They want the steps. They want the tips, techniques. And you break each one down to make sure they understand, to give them a practical guide. Organically, that lends itself to long-form content. You can't do it with a few words, with 2 or 3 tips, especially when the process is intensive, and quite a few processes are intensive, at least from my end, the blogging tips blogger. You don't want to miss steps, because you could do an excellent job creating a long-form post, but if you miss 2 or 3 steps, it doesn't quite cut the mustard. You're not going to quite knock it out of the park. So that's why, as a blogger, creates long-form content, I add that. That's why for this video, I added the tips, or practical example of the tips and steps and how you break everything down that one would share to write a long-form blog post about writing long-form content. So that's it for today, guys. Make sure you stop by bloggingfromparadise.com. I sell an online course for bloggers, ebooks for bloggers, and I also offer hundreds of blog posts for your perusal and enjoyment to empower you to be a successful blogger. That's bloggingfromparadise.com. Until next time, you know what to do, guys. Enjoy paradise all.